Hello and welcome to the Smiling Grape, aka LowCostbeer Advent Calendar, day one. Minute later than I planned. Wife came in, pissing about her cakes, but there you go. Can't win them all. These things happen. So, LowCostbeer Smiling Grape, their calendar was, I think it was about 60 quid with delivery. So that's pretty decent. I've already nosily check the calendar out to see what beers are in there, just to check on the beer situation. And there's some decent beers in and amongst the beer calendar. So I'm going to dive straight in and grab hold, hopefully if the Wi-Fi holds, grab hold of number one. So that's if the bloody box hasn't moved. These things happen. Boxes. God, you put your hand in properly. So, first one, and I already know what it is, to be fair, because, for God's sake, I can't get the bloody box out. So, here we are. Day one from Newbarns Brewery. I have no idea where Newbarns are, to be fair. It's their plain dark beer, strong export stout, 11%. What about that for a starter, eh? No pissing about with 4%ers. Let's get down and dirty with 11%. Newbarns. So based in Edinburgh. Oh, right, yeah, Scottish brewery. Canned on the 3rd of the 11th, 21. Right, get this. Best before, 3rd of the 11th, 31. I'm not jesting. Can you see the best before date on that? That's stunning. 10-year best before date. Yeah. Taking lasting any longer than December the 1st, 2023, I'll tell you now. So, doesn't really say anything. Brewers of Leaf in Scotland. Leaf, not where Keith Brewery is. But yeah, personally, I think it's my first ever beer. Good evening, Wayne. How are you? And first ever beer from Newbarns. There is actually another beer from Newbarns in there because being nosy, I actually had a quick look, as you do. Also the social media thing where you have a look, see what's coming up and all that business. So here we go. 11%, room temperature, just the way I like an impy stout, or a strong stout, as it says it is. So, proper Raggy's beer reviews sort of beer. And let me just aim that. I've put the other light on, but what I haven't done is flick the bloody camera down a bit. There we go. That's better. Yeah, my head's sticking in. No, I don't want half my head cut off. So, good evening, Adam, Mr. Mercy Bears. Big chocolate aroma on there. So I'll put it to the camera again now. So black pour, quite a nice dark tan head. And ooh, bloody hell. So lovely chocolate aroma, a decent beer. The one earlier was a bit wishy-washy, if I'm being honest. Chocolatey aroma, bit of barrel. I can smell a bit of barrel on the aroma. Smells amazing. I'm salivating. It smells that good. Good evening, Ali. It has been a while. And everyone else out there has got an advent calendar. I think advent calendars for beer fans are the absolute must. We want to treat ourselves. Going into Christmas, you feel yourself really smiling just because of the beer. It's amazing how a beer can make you feel happy. Going into Christmas, we want to be... the run-up to Christmas is so important. A good run-up to Christmas, Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day, it's like, oh, that's Christmas done. Nah, yeah, boring. But that run-up to Christmas is so important. And... lovely. I don't know if it is barrel aged, but it smells of barrel on the aroma. Oh, let's dive in. 11%. Now that's how you start an advent calendar. Yeah, it's a good thing it's a Friday night, like you say, Adam. Oh, bloody hell. first ever beer from this brewery, and that is an absolute stunner. Newbarns Brewery. Oh, plain dark beer. Nothing plain about that. Absolutely stunning. Was fake craft macro dark lager for me, but it's quite good. Yes, I did notice on Instagram the beer that you had. I think I liked it, to be fair, but wow, now that is a belter. I wonder who's messaged me, because that's quite funny, that is. Somebody's messaged me. Let me just scoot this message, and just out of curiosity, that's something to do with cakes. Not interested about that. Oh, go away. In fact, let me just turn my sound off, then I don't have to hear it. So, the run up to Christmas, most important beer time of the year. You've got to have a decent beer on the run up to Christmas. Newborns over to the pedigree. Guys from there worked at Colonel and Beavertown before they started Newbarns. Right. Obviously, Beavertown, aka Heineken these days. Is it Heineken? Yeah, I'm sure it's Heineken. And Colonel is still a good brewery. I find it hilarious that they don't bother with any artwork. It's, you know, such and such a beer, and that's it. Got the beer 52 one as good deal. Nice white hag beer called Altitude, brewed exclusively for Dublin Airport. Right, yeah. As long as whatever beer advent calendar you get, as long as the beers themselves deliver and you're not disappointed, that's the main thing. As a beer goes, out of the 2 beer calendars tonight, that is an absolute stunner for me. Wow, the aroma. Oh, amazing. Good evening, Matt. So, Newbarns Brewery. I'll show you the beer. Oh, you can see the beer. Yeah, there we go. And I like having a stand for people to see the beer. It's most important. You can see the beer, and if it interests, but go away. Just turn my sound off. There we go. Why people message at 8 o'clock, 10 past 8 at night, asking for cakes is beyond me. But there you go. You know, it's the world, isn't it? Social media these days. I get people messaging me at 3 in the morning. No wonder I turn my notifications off. People forget that you live in the UK and you're probably fast asleep. Yeah. You don't hear ding, ding, ding at 3 in the morning. Yeah. Doesn't get you in good books with people. Oh, for fuck's sake, I thought I'd turn that off. Let me turn all my notifications off then. Yeah. There we go. That sorted that out. Bloody internet. Hey, it's all good until you get annoyed by it. But so it's Forest, but Hibs in football terms. Yeah. I wasn't overly keen on the first one, if I'm being brutally honest. Yeah, it's I like adventure beer, but the brewery leave a bit to be desired in some of their antics. And yeah, I noticed it at several different beer festivals, but you know, I suppose some brewers will say hello, and some brewers will just blatantly just, you know, ignore you and just look at you like you're a piece of dirt, and is what it is. You can't win them all. But yeah, Newbarns. Whoa, what a beer. Wow. Thick, barrely on the taste, chocolate. Ooh. That is a beast of a beer. Wow. Oh. And I know there are some good beers in the box. There's 1 or 2 from Green King, so that'll be interesting. You got to slip the odd one in. But yeah, there's some good beers in the box. So well impressed with the Smiling Grape box, to be fair. There's even a pink hooch. And our man from Neon Raptor, Dave, he likes his hooch. So that'll be funny when I get to review that. So they do a barrel-aged version of this, but it's in 330 and it's gold. Rightio. You can taste the barrel in it. You know, when you the beers that have aged for a while, you can actually taste rather a bit of barrel, and I can certainly taste barrel on this. Now, that as a base imperial stout, that with flavorings in, and you could make any imperial stout. That is absolutely a blooming classic of an impy, or even a strong stout, as they call it. Don't mind cheek huge, but yeah, it's whoa, that is some beer. And you know, the best breweries have a base recipe, and that is an absolutely top class base in dark stout, impy stout, whatever. 11%, feeling the ABV in the face. Beautiful aroma. Whoa, what a beer. Let's pour the rest in then. Yeah, look at that. It looks it looks thick when you pour it in as well. What an absolute little beauty. Plain dark beer, strong export stout. Oh. It's a good introduction. Good evening, Benjamin. That, mate, is fucking stunning. Just opened a Sure Shot versus Siren collab, red IPA. As I have only one beer I haven't canned it. Oh, bless you. I was actually gifted the adventure beer from a kind subscriber to the channel, friend of the channel. Not hate the word subscriber, friend of the channel. You know, we're all friends in this world, or at least online friends, at least in a lot of ways. But yeah, so this is the one I actually bought out of my own pennies, and well impressed. Yeah, it's probably the much better than the last one I had. I didn't think I had one last year. But the year before, I can't remember what I had last year, actually. Or did I not have an adventure beer one last year? No, I might have had one of these. But literally, this is the best. The first one was a good one because there was like tracking. I didn't even know who Track was then. And Partisan with their wine-aged sours. Yeah, 2 on the row. They must have been pissing themselves laughing. But we'll chuck a wine-aged sour. I just do put 2 on the road. But yeah, that was funny. But yeah, this one, there's some good collab. There's some good breweries in here this year. Some good relevant breweries as well. In fact, I've been pulling some of them out tonight so I could see when I'm going on Instagram and Facebook who to tag. I thought I did the Thornbridge one last year. Thornbridge and Smiling Grape. I'm sure at low cost. Yeah, I didn't do Adventure Beer last year. Lighting's much improved. Yes, I've turned the ring light on. So I've got the ring is on now. Yeah. 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 At least it shows me up, you know. It's I don't like being in the dark anyway, at the best of times. But yeah, I went and got an extension lead and sorted out both the lights. So looking forward to the rest of this month. I'm looking forward to the Siren craft beers, the cake ones. Has anybody had them? The 4 cake bit. I've had one of them on keg down at the Pottle Micro Pub in Beeston. Stunning little micro pub. Fantastic range of craft beers in fridges. Jesus Christ, their fridges put a lot of shops to shame. But I had the Caribbean Cake Imperial Stout, and I let it warm up for as long as I could get away with, because I had to move pubs, and it was immense. And this is another good thing about coming up in the house at this time of the year, that I'm drinking at least the impies and the beers that need to be warm at a warmer temperature. Obviously, some of the double IPAs might not be the right temperature, but I think that personally, keg temperature is too low. Yeah, I know. I've seen that Siren gifted in the set. Apparently, they picked out some people. Funnily, I mean, they picked out Rob and they picked out Paul's beer reviews. I'm not sure who else they picked out. They're the only two that I've seen that came up on my feed. I think they chose 10 people. I didn't fucking know, otherwise I'd have gone for the competition. Might not have won, but it'd been worth a punt. So whenever I'm tagged now on Instagram, I'm actually entering the competitions for a long, long time, literally a year. Some body tagged me and I just didn't bother entering. But I've entered now, and we'll see if we win. It's all good. I'm definitely going to be reviewing some of the Blue Monkey Imperial Stouts that they're bringing out. Going on Monday to do that. So tomorrow I'll be a bit later doing the lives. I'll be the 8 o'clock one will still be 8 o'clock. The 5 o'clock one will probably be 6 o'clock. Simply because Paul and Bob are the only YouTube ones. Rest with Instagram and TikTok. Fucking TikTok reviewers. TikTok's a strange platform. Some gruesome stuff on there. You don't even have to follow that sort of stuff. The times when I see animals attacked by another animal, and I'm like, whoa, get that off quickly. TikTok's strange platform. Nudity as well. There's a lot of strange. It doesn't follow what you follow. At least on the likes of Instagram, for definite. If you follow beer, you mainly just get beer. If I click on a little dog, a little puppy, yapping, I'll get more puppy videos. But thankfully, that's all I get. There's some things in life I don't want to see. I certainly don't ever want to see animals being attacked, and and then some of the stuff that you do see. No wonder that these social media creates an environment in this world. You get people preaching hate. You just some of the stuff. It's and there's a lot of people in this world who haven't got a brain, who think that everything they see on the internet is real, and it bloody obviously isn't. And frightening. So it's breathed a bit. We can dive in that. 18 minutes already. Don't these minutes fly when you're talking? Whoa. That is amazing. If anybody from Newbarns Brewery watches this, when I edit the video and put the actual name of the beer in, you have created an absolutely amazing beer. My first ever beer from this brewery, like I said, and I'm smiling, I'm laughing, I'm getting an excellent nose, a superb taste. I'm getting hints of barrel, whether barrel are in there or not, or it's just the strength of the beer as it's aged for 2 years, a 10-year date on the beer. I mean, how good is that? Stunning date on the beer. And the beer itself is absolutely top class beer. It's the Smiling Grape low-cost beer. Yeah. So it did retail for 60 quid. 60 quid. How much would you think? How much would you pay for a beer like that? Would you think 6, 7 quid alone for a beer like that? In today's daft environment, it's 11%. It's a 440 can. You're looking at about 7 or 8 quid, aren't you? So that's the first beer. They're not all impy stouts. There are some impy stouts in there because I've checked. And yeah, I was naughty. I had to check. You know, I wanted to see what was coming up. You know, it's Asvex, there's Verdant, Beak are in there, North Brewing, 71 Brewing. There's a couple of Green Kings. We won't talk about the fucking Green Kings. 752 years ago. So today, Adam, you know, with today's duty and the price increases, 9 or 10 quid, I'd say. Wouldn't you think so yourself? 750. Yeah, 752 years seems a nice sort of price. 7 to 11 quid. No breweries impers a minimum 10 quid in Leeds. And if you're an impy fan, it's getting to that stage where it's like, oh God, I can only treat myself every once in a while. I know that Blue Monkey near me, they're doing a chimpanzee, so it's a champagne, a beer made with champagne yeast, and it's literally 13 quid. 13 quid for a 330. And it's like, shit, that's a lot of money. And I get duties just killing it, you know. So you've got to hope that people have got the money to be able to afford it, or that a lot of people think, I can't afford it, you know, I'm going to have to go lower. 8.50 to 9 quid now. That's not bad though, is it? Yeah. I mean, technically, 9 quid for that is well worth it. Yeah, it's bang on for that price. Supermarket impers for 5 quid. Yeah, Northern Monk. I mean, supermarkets, what you got to think is with supermarkets, having worked in the supermarket for 5 years, supermarkets will buy the beer at the cheapest price possible, ridiculously cheap. They want their markup. They want a good markup. So Northern Monk and all these breweries are making very, very little on supermarket beers. It's more about getting their name out there to the wide community and then hoping that the wider community buy from the website. Hence, it's more of an advertisement for Northern Monk and a lot of these other breweries than it ever is a solid way of making profit. I think the only breweries that can really do well out of this is your Beavertowns and your Brewdogs, who have amazing capacity for brewing, who can brew stupid amounts, and it's all automated. There's no actual proper brewing involved. It's pressing buttons and you know, it's all automated. So you're cutting out the human element of it. Whereas smaller breweries, it's more about the human element. So you're brewing a beer, you're actually brewing that beer all day, rather than, you know, in the big breweries. Sad to see, but a lot of brewers will be going that way in the future. You know, there'll be less brewers. All the brewers are doing is keeping their eye on the equipment, making sure everything's doing what it should be doing. But to get these big beers into supermarkets is a great thing. You know, we want the big beers as much as we can, anyway, at least. That is one of the best beers I've smelt and tasted in a while. Yeah, absolutely. Punk IPA for 2. No, Punk IPA is not for fucking day 2. No, there's no Brewdog in this box. Whoa. Like you say, super glad I didn't go down the Brewdog route. I looked at their beer. I was going to go down it because I was thinking about a beer calendar for the masses. You know, one that a lot of people are going to review. And Brewdog would have fitted that very well. However, their beers, most of them are supermarket beers. The ones that aren't were boring. And it just, you know, 50 quid. It's like, oof. Newbarns Super Gold Lager. I do like the odd lager. Mainly Spanish, to be fair. That's because I've done a lot of holidays in Spain. I mean, I do like the German lagers now. I'm becoming more responsive to the German lagers. although they're still a lager. At the end of the day, they're just a more smoother, better quality, aren't they? Certainly than your Carlsberg and your Carlings and your Fosters and that sort of beer. And don't even get me started on that Cruz Campo. Has anybody had Cruz Campo? It's absolutely, it was the most blandest lager I've ever tasted. It was crap, you know. It wasn't bad as in tasting bad. It just had nothing to it. Crap lager. Newbarns have some of their beers in the very few odd bins that are still in existence. Oh, that's yeah. I have heard of the brewery before, but I cannot honestly say, hand on heart, that I've ever reviewed a beer from them. But I've certainly heard of them beforehand. So, unlike obviously a few years ago, should do a Raggy's Advent Calendar next year. Make a quid on a can. Yeah. I think there are local breweries who could team together to make quite the Advent Calendar. However, you know, when a beer's 9 or 10 quid a can, you know, you'd be looking at a silly priced Advent Calendar. I mean, I paid 60 quid for this. First beer, like you say, anything from 7 to 9 quid. So that's 9 quid. So the other beers, you've got to be getting the beers at a nice price to be able to put these sort of beers in an Advent Calendar. I know a friend of mine, Vince, from Nottingham, Canberra. He's got an impy Advent Calendar, but, you know, you're looking at 150, 160 minimum. Emperors and Bang the Elephant, 2 beers under 10%. Actually, you know, Bang the Elephant, if they really, really thought about it, with all their cask beers they do, and that's lots of 4%ers, you know, they don't just do impies. They could make quite a stunning Advent Calendar. Hopefully next year, once they get that Tuscan Raider thing sorted out, which I'm not sure it's happening, not in that location anyway. From my rumours across the Nottingham beer scene, the landlord has pulled the plug on the Tuscan Raider project because they're renting it or leasing it off somebody, and the landlord's been a bit of a dickhead. So they may have to look elsewhere if sources are correct. They were supposed to move in last August, and you know, we're in December now, 4 or 5 months on, and it doesn't look like anything's happening anytime soon. Good evening, Lee. I've not seen anything from Northern Monk, to be honest. I've seen nothing in supermarkets, if that's what you're implying. I dare say on their own website, they'll have impy stouts. Yeah, Adam, the problem is where that location is. It's bloody Broad Marsh. Broad Marsh at the moment is not a good area of Nottingham. Nottingham's a good drinking area, but that is a very weak area at the moment. They'd have been much better off going to Beeston or even Sherwood near me and opening 4 days a week as a craft beer bar, and it would bring people in. But Beeston, for me, is the king place in Nottingham at the moment. Lots of good craft and cask pubs, safe area to walk around at night, a lot of pull towards Beeston at the moment. I did spell this out in a review. I did one of their beers just to give them the nudge they may need from what you see, you know, from what I see of Nottingham. The problem with Nottingham at the moment is the council's gone into liquidation or whatever, or supposedly. And they've all fucking wasted 50 million on some stupid electric some Robin Hood energy and other things. You know, they're the worst council in the world for wasting money. Yeah, I do feel that they need to relocate to a different area. Nottingham city centre is not anymore the best area for a craft beer pub to go into. It would have been good for a lot of pubs around it, though. You know, all pubs are magnets. You get a pub in an area and another pub moving in is actually not a detriment to that first pub because it brings more people in. And yeah, I do feel that Beeston is the better place for them to go to. Anyway, let's carry on with this. The air's certainly got to the beer in there. Oh, that is a absolutely top-notch representation. Yeah. There's one in Sherwood near me, Adam, called The Pug. And it's perfect for a craft beer bar. It's already got the license. The license is already on the pub, the venue. So you've not got to go down that bloody avenue of pissing about, which is half the problem, isn't it? With, you know, if you know anything about pubs and trade, it's getting the license for the venue. If that venue already sold beer and food, you're already laughing. Good evening, Jimmy. So the aroma on this is just simply stunning. Whoa. Absolutely. That, without any shadow of a doubt, that it tastes amazing. I'm actually feeling it now as well. Whew. It's probably kicking my backside, that is. An amazing first beer. Can't wait to give Newbarns Brewery a nudge because they won't know I'm reviewing this tonight anyway, but they will do from the next few days once I catch up on social media. If you change the name of a pub and landlord, you usually have to reapply. Is that the case? Oh. Because as from my understanding, with being on the Cloudwater tonight and broke my Cloudwater duck at the same time. Fair play, fair play. What was the Cloudwater, out of curiosity? Was it an Impy? Cloudwater, not the cheapest of beers, but, you know, they're a good name, apart from the Brewdog beers, which the three of them all tasted the same, you know. Or shall we say Brew Water, Cloud Dog. Not actually Cloudwater, but a good friend of mine from Nottingham, from Blue Monkey Brewery, actually left Keir. He actually left Blue Monkey to go and work at Cloudwater. So, yeah. I've actually got those reviews on my bloody lost reviews on my phone. Good evening, Disco. How are you, matey? It has been a while. There are 24 days of Advent Calendar beer reviews lives. And then, well, there may be an extra 12 flipping days because there may be a lot more beer reviews coming. I'm off work, so it doesn't matter. And it's all good. Oh, Disco, this is amazing. 8.4% fudge Sudays pastry stout. Oh, I do like the sound of that. Fudge stout. Ooh. Yeah, absolutely amazing, Disco. If you ever see this beer, I've never seen it before. From Newbarns Brewery, based in, I think it was Edinburgh. Was it Edinburgh? I forgot already. Yeah, it's Edinburgh. 11%, described as a strong export stout, otherwise known as an Impy. Lovely black aroma. A nose of like a barrel stout on the nose. It just smells and tastes so amazing. It makes somebody smile. As we all know, any of us who love beers, if you get a beer that smells amazing, tastes amazing, makes you smile, then that is where you should be. Yes, Adam. I'm already looking at a 12 Beers of Christmas box. I may well be getting some gifted to me by a brewery as well. Alter Ego box has arrived today. We've ordered some. Oh, fair play. Oh, I'd love to see what you think of Ragnify, mate. The Impy Stout was just sublime. When it warmed up, it was amazing. My only gutting about that is that nobody got to try it on can. Ragnify. Oh, Ragnify is an absolutely amazing chocolate stout. The walnut's there, but it's more subtle. It's not heavy on walnut. It's there, but oh my God, it's there. Whew. The Reckless Dweeb collab, the triple IPA, flipping heck, that knocks the bollocks off you. I'll tell you now, 10%, now kicks your arse. And the Bang the Elephant for a double IPA. Oh, Nottingham and Derby breweries, brilliant breweries, all of them. You'll really appreciate it. The Torside one, I have not got. I've not had that yet, so I'm trying to try and get that. Good evening, Tom. Any wine kits? No, not. I'm not brewing any wine. Not brewing any spirits. First time in years that I've not. Simply because I think it's just money, really. You know, it's been a brutal year. Weddings, cars, and then going out as well. We've never gone out as much as we have this year, you know, only for one bloody Saturday a week. But, you know, that Saturday, you know, can cost anything from 50 to 80 quid. And, you know, it batters any of your free money, but I'll get there in the end. I think the low cost Advent calendar was a bit overpriced for a short date. Days. Yeah, some are, Luke, and good evening. Some are, but you know, some of the beers. If the short date, it's not so bad because you're going to drink them in the date anyway. But yeah, there's some good beers. I think it's worth it this year more so than the last one I had. That I didn't think was that great a calendar. I suppose it all depends on what you've got on the year. You didn't get the birthday box. Right, yeah, I get that now. Yeah. The Raggy Avenue. Jesus Christ. So I had it in the tap room. I bought a third in the tap room, and I bought a third that I bottled. I actually bottled nearly all but about that much of both the thirds, simply because I was driving and I don't risk my license. Back on. It must be StreamYard, you know, because there's nothing wrong with my internet on the phone. I've got the backup of upstairs as well. And it's that Wi-Fi signal on StreamYard. It's like the back to normal now. Yeah, it's like the death knell. But yeah, I'm happy with the box this year. I don't know what to expect from the rest of the Adventure Beer box. So I mean, with Advent boxes you buy from a certain brewery, you know what you're getting roughly, and the beers, especially if you've not had a lot of them beers before, it's even better. The Brewdog one was woeful. Beavertown wasn't interesting either. There's a lot of Advent calendars out there, and then there's the Advent calendars where the same beers are repeated 3 or 4 times, and it's like, why the hell would you bother? You know. I mean, it's all right if the beer's fantastic, but if the beer's rubbish, you know, why would you bother even? So I'm actually going to give this a slight review now and a score because I'm already at 40 minutes and I'll get moaned at if I'm too long in the beer room. Now, the nose on that is sublime, chocolatey. There's certainly a nose of the barrel coming through. It's amazing. That aroma. That with flavourings for different variations of this, you've already got an amazing based imperial. There's a nice thickness to it. If you see this anywhere and you like an impy, you like a strong beer, you like a bit of barrel, even though it's not a barrel aged beer, you're going to love this. My first beer that I can recollect from this brewery, and would I drink it again? That's the biggest question ever. Absolutely fucking yes. Well, a proper stunner of a beer. Out of 5. Absolutely 4.6 out of 5. Amazing. I bought a bottle of the Ballycastle hazelnut chocolate from Aldi, the purple bottle based on your review. Blimey, it's good. Yeah. And as we are, we're beer drinkers, but we like flavour. Flavour. I don't want some bland fucking lager that tastes crap. Cruz Campo. I want something with flavour that tantalises the taste buds. Ballycastle, their range of Irish creams, stunning. The hazelnut and chocolate one is amazing. I can't wait to drink. The white chocolate's amazing as well, by the way. Can't wait to have the tiramisu. It's sitting in the shed for review. I'll get to review it at some stage. I'm surprised I haven't reviewed it already, but I've been good. Yeah. Yeah, far too good. Yeah. I should have just drank it and then bought another one and got away with it. But these things happen. You try and be good. Try not to be naughty. But yeah, stunning beer. A great first beer for the Advent, the LowCostbeer Smiling Grape Advent Calendar. And that is my review and chat. Back on tomorrow night. Good evening, Shane. How are you, matey? Back on tomorrow night. 8 o'clock for this one. Possibly 6 for the other one. So I might jump from one to the other but at this rate. But I am going to the Urban Chicken Ale tap takeover in Ilkeston tomorrow. So I'll be sampling 6 or 7 different beers from him. And then I'm trying to get the beer reviews in over the next couple of days before I go back to work again. So, yeah, there'll be lots of Urban Chicken on the channel over the next few days or next week or two. I've stopped on the 1-minute reviews. I hate them. Yeah, I'm not so keen on the 1-minute reviews. So, they don't do anything for the channel in the grand scheme of things. And YouTube have fell out with them as well. So, you used to get good views off you 1 minute. They're worth it just for the views. But nowadays, it's crap. So I'll just stick to what I like doing best, and that's rattling, drinking a beer, and talking shite, which is what I do quite well, talking shite at least. But anyway, thank you for everyone who watched and joined tonight, and lots more coming. A long month and a bit of live beer reviews. And they may just carry on, because once they get back into the spirit of things, it is what it is. But anyway, thank you for watching, and better get back to the wife or get a bollocking, as you do off the ladies, the good ladies. Cheers all. That's if I can turn it off. See you forever.